Looking here, a little bit of looking. Froome on the left-hand side of your shot. Valverde moves up on the right-hand side. Contador on the left. Then Joaquim Rodriguez and Nicholas Roach. Looks like Eros Capecchi on the far right in the lime green of Liquigas here. Up towards the front. Moreno is just making his way up on the inside by the barrier. Behind the left-hand side of the peloton. Rojas giving it as much as he can on the front. I don't think it is Rojas, but look at Froome sitting behind. He's content to follow at the moment. The pace is high enough to just suit him. It's not that explosive kick, but it's keeping the pace high, and he's very, very good at that. He has got a kick, as we know, but has he got it up compared to Joaquim Rodriguez and Contador, and even a very on form Alejandro Valverde here? I think Roche is going to suffer if they try and kick off here. Who's going to be the first to go, Sean?
Well, we can see there's gaps appearing everywhere at the moment.
I meant, who's going to be the first to attack?
Well, in Chastity here, setting a real strong pace, as we can see. You know, Froome in his wheel, and everybody is, you know, pretty much pushing big time to keep in contact. Contador, I think, will be the one who I feel will just, the moment we get to this deep section, he will throw in these vicious attacks.
It's about halfway up this 4-kilometer climb that Contador will go. Banyat in Chastity was second overall in the Giro, in the Vuelta, but kept out of the crash, suffering a little bit here. Now Cardoso. Wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. They're all primed and cocked like a musket, ready to go off. Here we are, we're getting into some of the super steep sections. 13–14% some of them, and Froome, look at that tiny gear he's turning here. Making sure he can stay in the wheel. He, like all the other big favourites, all by themselves now. Rigoberto Urán and Henao just sitting off the back here. They're not helping, sure, maybe they can't help, but they don't seem to be helping Froome at all here.
Well, they seem to be making the move to get to the front, I think. You know,
there they are now.
Maybe starting a little bit further off, and in Chastity setting a real strong pace in the earlier parts of the climb, but now they're taking it up here. And
the Colombian and Rigoberto Urán, fellow countryman, now setting the pace on the front here for Christopher Froome. Christopher Froome had to mark the big favourites, had to get there, and these two young men had to work their way up to get to the front. Oh, once again, Igor Anton in trouble here. Anton is losing time again, Sean, not the place to be here.
No, and we've seen him 2 days ago on the other mountaintop finish, also in difficulty, and back to the same situation today when the pace is real strong in that final number of kilometres, not able to hang in there.
Sergio Henao with Rigoberto Urán, the Olympic silver medalist, just behind him.
Inside 2 kilometres, and nobody putting in an attack. That's just gives an indication of the pace is being set first of all by Movistar and now by Sky.
Froome has a quick word with Rigoberto Urán here. I wonder if he's Malema at the back here. Yep. I wonder if he's saying to Urán, take over, or maybe even go for it at the end and force the others to chase, force the others to do something. Oh, the crowd's super keen here as they really force this pace on. They don't want anybody to be able to launch an attack, but Rodriguez still looks comfortable to me, Sean, just sitting behind Froome here.
Yes, well, we can see that you know, there's a lot of riders here still in contact, and when you make a pace like that, a real strong pace, the riders can hang in there. It's that sudden acceleration, that's where it really puts people in difficulty. As we can see, Froome is just having to check to see who's following closely.
Certainly the Irishman Nicholas Roche is in here. Just looking like a waiting to see who's going to fire off the big gun here. Nothing at the moment, and it evens out the slope towards the top, Sean. It's not anywhere near as steep in the last kilometre or so.
No, and we're getting to the close to the final kilometre, and it's surprising that Contador, Valverde, nobody trying to go in the attack. Maybe all playing the waiting game, as we see Gissing getting into difficulty also.
Off the back here. Yes, indeed, he's gone out of the back. Amazing, Gianni Meersman there behind him. Ooh, Valverde just pulls over to the right-hand side of the road, has a look to see who's in the group. I think the BMC rider is Morabito in here. Juan Jose Cobo hanging on for grim death at the back. Pecky is still in here for liquid gas. This pace has been kept so high, Sean, by Sky that nobody has yet been able to give it the sort of dig that they need to.
No, and we're just going through a kilometre to go. Road is just getting a little bit bigger here, and the barriers at either side, so not as much people pushing onto the road. And there's the opportunity to attack here, as we can see, plenty of space left and right, but nobody wanted to take it up for the moment.
Nobody at all concerned with making a move on the Sky trio ahead. Rodriguez is the man who looks to be the most threatening for me at the moment. Valverde's having a good look around. Valverde would like to take the win here. Froome might let him take, wouldn't be too worried about him taking the win, or there's a few seconds in hand that they have to deal with, but it might placate somebody who's a big rival. Roberto Urán, though, is up the pace again. Maybe that isn't the case. 500 meters to go. Maybe Froome wants to take the stage as well, Sean, and say to people, I am the boss.
Yes, well, I think in the situation with the team working from in the last 2-3 kilometres, as we see Froome here just taking it up very early with Rodriguez in his wheel.
Here he goes. Froome is going for trying to lead this from the front, with Joaquim Rodriguez looking very, very threatening at the front. The others, Contador, Valverde, gone. Froome has taken this by the scruff of the neck, and will Rodriguez pip him on the line? It looks as though he might. He's still sitting in there, and unless Froome can up the pace again, Rodriguez is very threatening. He's coming up on the inside, now goes for the sprint. Rodriguez has gone past now. Froome can stay in the wheel. That's doubtful, but Froome just wants to put time into some of the others, I think. Rodriguez is going to take the victory. Froome and Sky have shown some real class and strength against Valverde and Alberto Contador here. Rodriguez takes the win in Dakar. Froome is second at 4 seconds and gets a bonus, and the third man over the line, Alejandro Valverde, at 9 seconds, he gets a bonus as well. Alberto Contador unable to react, and Eros Capecchi on his wheel, and Rigoberto Urán not too far behind either. Look at this, there is Nicolas Roche, very good riding by Roche. Comes over the line, throws the bike. And Cobo hanging his head. Everybody putting a real effort in to get to the line here, Sean. It's been a hard climb. There's Ten Dam just coming over the line, you can see. Meersman, very impressive, very impressive. Gianni Meersman, who's super sprint talent, coming up here. But that's a hard climb, Sean, especially in this heat. Yes,
and you can see as the riders come over the line, just the last 5-7 meters, real difficulty getting there, and it just tells you that the gradient you know, that pace set by Sky in the final 2 kilometres really blew the leading group apart. And Contador, you could see just before the Sky riders were taking it up into difficulty and losing roughly Froome taking, what, 12-13 seconds from Contador in the final 500 metres.
Well, that was seriously hard work. Sergio Henao and Rigoberto Urán doing a big amount of work for Chris Froome, who rode very smart today, Sean, I thought. He showed Contador that he's not to be beaten even on the steep ones like this, turning a small gear. And he has a team around him. And Saxo, who did much of the work, had nobody there for Contador in the end. Contador doing his own thing. He wasn't really concerned about Rodriguez. He would like to have taken the win, but when he realized he couldn't stay with him, there he is. He looks behind. Just drives himself towards the line, but he's not really concerned about Rodriguez. He knows that he can take him in the time trial.
Well, I think Rodriguez is a difficult one to match in this sort of finish. He's so explosive, you know, we can see he's just going in a sprint here, and we must remember the gradient here, very, very steep, right to the line, and Froome, he made the effort with Joachim Rodriguez in the wheel. He seemed to be quite comfortable when Froome up the pace, and you know, when you get that couple of 100 meters in the wheel, well then Rodriguez, you know, he's so difficult, impossible to beat. You know, a good day for Froome, taking 13 seconds from Contador, and the other big favourites much more down. A lot of time taken from a lot of the favourites. Froome proves that he is the man in the driving seat at the moment.
Christopher Froome, who Wiggins at the weekend after his sportif ride said he's well liked, everybody in the team likes him, he's good, he's super talented. If anybody could do anything here, it will be him, and he has the ability to be a leader. That's the big thing, a real leader. Hard day for everybody, 38 degrees or more, needs some fluids. Everybody's completely shattered here. End of the first week almost, Sean, here for the Vuelta, and the temperatures have been sky high for nearly all the week. I mean, 30 degrees plus all the time, and knocking 40 today. It's going to be some very, very tired legs here today. Joaquim Rodriguez takes the stage ahead of Christopher Froome, Alejandro Valverde, Alberto Contador, Eros Capecchi, Rigoberto Urán, Ronaldo Nocentini. My word, Nocentini's going well still. Mauro Sant'Ambrogio and Nicolas Roche and Robert Gesink. You could see Roche chucking his bike at the line, head bobbing from side to side. I didn't really realise that the other AG2R rider who came over before him was Ronaldo Nocentini. We know he's going well, but he's in super form, Sean.
Yes, he's in really good form to be up here, and in the general classification he is still very much there at 155, so proving again today that the form is good, and on a finish like this, anybody up there in that you know, top places, the top 15, 20 places, you have to be in real good shape.
Juan Manuel Garate, former Spanish road champion, winner on Mont Ventoux. He's won in the Giro as well, for the break with Jens Vogt. And sort of chaotic scenes of people milling around and riders coming in, still riders coming in. There is De Gent. Tried valiantly to stay away, but not for him today, Thomas De Gent. Made it a bit difficult for them to catch him. Very, very strong. Third in the Giro d'Italia. Super finish in the Tour de France the year before as well. And Joaquim Rodriguez taking the win. And we're going to get a chat with him, I'm sure, in just a second. Looks like there's a little bit of a side tailwind coming up. More than a little bit. Strongish breeze coming from the right-hand shoulder there in the finish. But I don't think it made an awful lot of difference. Everybody was on the rivet anyway, to be honest. And here is our winner, Joaquim Rodriguez. Congratulations. Take us through this victory today. You're going for the full victory here. I didn't know how I was going to finish today. Alejandro was with me.
hacer el tonto.
¿Pensabas que Froome te ganaba?
It was a big
Froome no, porque lo he visto un poco
battle,
clavado
big
al final,
fight,
los últimos
just like the
300
other day,
metros.
but I'm really
Sabía que
happy.
me estaba casi haciendo la llegada y cada que salía de la curva.
Froome, I saw him going in the last few
la verdad que
meters.
me han hablado muy bien, le doy las gracias a Ángel Vicioso. El cual nos ha
So as I came out of the
esta
last
subida
bend,
y me ha
I
dicho
just
que me
had to
molestaremos
give
hasta los últimos
everything I
200
could
metros porque se iba a hacer pelota.
possibly give. And I had sort of then 200 meters at the end to win. Well, magnificent riding by Rodriguez. Great riding by Froome as well. Tactically very good. You impressed with the maturity he's showing, Sean?
Yes, well, certainly a real good job by Sky, and as we talked about, Christopher Froome, he needs that real strong pace, no sudden accelerations. That's what he doesn't like, and Sky did the job from there. In the final 2 kilometers, they took it up with their 2 climbers and took Froome into the perfect position. Unfortunately, you know, coming to the final 200 meters with Joaquim Rodriguez, he is one of the greatest in the professional scene at this style of finish. So, you know, impossible to beat really when he's on a good day. But Froome, you know, taking time from Contador, roughly about 4 or 5 seconds, and a lot of the other riders, you know, we see Gessing, Mulema losing a lot of time. So, Froome, you know, it will be a big confidence boost for him today.
Yeah. Joaquim Rodriguez, the leader of the Vuelta a España, takes the win here, and Jaja